High school. It can be an intimidating place. The first couple of days are scary for lots of people. Learning your way around new surroundings, meeting new people, and getting used to a new routine can seem daunting. But at Independence High School in Glendale, Arizona, scary things seem to happen at other times, for no reason.
I was standing there looking for the bulbs, and I happened to turn, and at that point in time, uh, it was like somebody was standing right next to me and said, "Hey," just like I just got finished telling you that. And the only thing that was next to me was the handrails, and beyond the handrails was a straight drop. So there was no one there other than myself.
This film will take a quick look at the history of the land that Independence was built on, the people who lived here before Independence was built, and some of the strange stories that surround the school. Glendale, Arizona is a suburb of Phoenix and was founded on February 27, 1892. The city owes much of its heritage to Mexican settlers as well as Russians who moved to Glendale from California in the early 20th century. The area just east of 75th Avenue in Maryland was actually an early village settled by a group of Russian families that belonged to the Mullican Church. The Mexican settlers and Russian farmers were cut from similar cloth, hard-working farm people with deep religious beliefs. Children in the area grew up hearing tales of local boogeymen, creatures like La Llorona, Gogui, and Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga is a witch-like character in Russian mythology. She flies around on a giant mortar, kidnaps and presumably eats small children, and lives in a hut that stands on chicken legs. It was the Mexican and Russian settlers, hard-working, blue-collar people who forged the beginnings of what Glendale has grown to be today. Glendale High School was built in 1912 and was the first school in the Glendale Union High School District. Independence followed in 1977. The school was built on farmland that belonged to one of the original Russian families in the area. For many years after it opened, IHS was surrounded by open fields. 2 weeks after the school opened, a fire destroyed large sections of the lower level. Classes resumed several days later in some parts of the top level, but it would be several weeks before the bottom level could be used again.
Boxes caught on fire in the downstairs amphitheater. I was downstairs in a classroom. We lost power and it got very dark. The teacher took out his emergency flashlight only to find it had no batteries. So we went out into the hall to exit, and the doors closest to an exit were locked. Meanwhile, smoke is filling the hall as we turn to go the long way around to an exit. As the smoke got thicker, the teacher told us to get on the floor and crawl to the stairwell. Well, that is when we all started running.
It didn't take long for rumors to spread in the community about possible causes of the fire, ranging from displaced graves to the angry spirits of former inhabitants of the land. Over the years, the stories of strange happenings in the school have grown.
Somebody's up there, like, I didn't see anybody, but he did. It's like, where? Man, he was standing right there. Oh, and then we've heard people walking up there on the catwalk, and there'd be nobody up here. Because we're the only ones in here when we clean at night.
And one day we came in here probably like about 5:30 in the morning, and another coworker of mine, Raul, he was turning on the lights to the campus, and I was walking out here to the mall, and we clearly hear some voices over there by the soda machines, and it was a little girl. So he stopped and he told me, "Did you hear that?" I go, "Yes, I did." So we both walked that way, and there was nobody here.
Several faculty members have also reported presences, sightings, and strange sounds that have taken them by surprise.
I was working after school in the auditorium by myself, and I heard some laughing and some noises coming from the light booth. So I thought students were in there when they weren't supposed to be. So I went over there and decided I was going to see who was in there. And when I went in there, and I looked around, there was nobody in there. And the scariest part was then the chair that was right by the light board actually turned by itself. It scared me so much that my heart started beating and I just ran out of there.
This photograph was taken in the dance room on the campus at IHS by 2 former students of the school. The girls and several eyewitnesses, including staff members, stated that there was no one behind them when this photo was taken. Is Independence High School really haunted? Or do old legends and superstitions just die hard? There are of course many more tales than the ones we were able to bring to your attention, and possibly many explanations. We leave the matter up to you to make up your own minds.